been having a blast getting out of this hot sun and playing Luigi's Mansion 2 HD on my Nintendo Switch. Now, this is a remake of Dark Moon, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, for the Nintendo 3DS, which is one of the best-selling games for the 3DS, and also one of the best video games for that incredible platform. And of course, the big deal about Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, made for that platform, is that it was in full 3D, and it was an exquisite 3D experience. It was one of those cartridges that really showed off the potential of the 3DS hardware, and I loved it back then. And I gotta say that I love playing it again now, but I definitely have a sense of it being a bit tempered by the fact that Luigi's Mansion 3 eclipsed Dark Moon, no pun intended. It was just such a superior experience in every sense of the word. It was so gorgeous and thoughtfully crafted and beautiful level designs. And it's not to say that going back to Luigi's Mansion 2 doesn't also deliver that. It's just that it feels like a great 3DS game on the Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo has released this game at a full retail price. But now, if you've never played Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the 3DS, this is absolutely a game to pay attention to because it's terrific on the Switch again. It just feels a little slighter, a little more contained, a little more repetitive, a little bit more of a snacky type of experience. The levels are purposefully shorter and the missions are purposefully shorter and also a little repetitive. You're going back into these different mansions, these different areas again and again, and new avenues will be open for you based on some of your puzzle solving skills and based on your familiarity with the map and some of the ghosts that you collect and some of the gems that you collect. You basically are eking through these different disparate areas. You're using your Poltergeist 5000 to suck in carpets or paintings or faux walls that are hiding some secrets. You're uncovering different areas that way. You're looking for little secret entrances. You're peering through different keyholes and different cracks in walls and stuff to see where you might end up. And you are circling back and trying these levels again, trying to capture all of these ghosts. You're ghost busting like you always do in these Luigi's Mansion games. And you're using your flashlight. You have your flashlight and you have this other sort of rainbow light ability to kind of shimmer and show off hidden things, invisible things that then magically appear. And then you also get into some boss battles and stuff, and it's incredibly endearing and it's so artfully rendered in terms of its animation and the cut sequences and the charm of Luigi.
Here you go. Bye-bye.
It all comes through, and of course this is all in HD. It's in the title, so it's 1080p if you're playing this on the big screen. It looks terrific on an OLED screen if you're playing it handheld as well, and everything is in widescreen as opposed to the dimensions of the 3DS. And so there are enhancements for sure to the overall fidelity of the game, and the music is absolutely wonderful in this title. Great themes all the way through, but it's also enhanced by the fact that Luigi hums a lot of the music. You know, he's trying to kind of cheer himself up and not be such a fraidy cat as he's sneaking and tiptoeing through these creaky hallways and stuff, and he starts humming the tunes.
And Luigi humming the music. Freaking adorable and amazing.
It's just so bloody wonderful. It is so cute and so cool. And so it's really fun to play. It just doesn't have the scope and the ambition and that flex that Next Level was able to do with Luigi's Mansion 3. And it doesn't feel like that next kind of lift on where this franchise can go. And I think a large part of it is that I'm familiar with the core game. I loved it on the 3DS. It's such a seminal experience there. And so it's a little bit, and it was not that long ago. I mean, it was still like 2011 or something like that. So it's been more than a decade since we got that title. But it's still a little fresher in my mind than something like Super Mario RPG or Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. And we already got a sequel that's better than this game. Now, do I think that you should play this thing if you have never played Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon before? Absolutely. If you love Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, do I think that this is a great addition to your catalog on Nintendo Switch? I do, but maybe this is something you hold off a little bit. Maybe this is something that Nintendo knocks the price down as some kind of Halloween kind of sale or something. Definitely pick up Luigi's Mansion 3 before you pick this one up for the Nintendo Switch. Switch. And if you love that game and you're a completionist, then, you know, absolutely, this is worth your time and you're going to have a great time with it. They've included everything that was in the 3DS game as well. There's multiplayer in here that you can play locally and over the Nintendo Switch Online service as well, which is pretty fun. It sort of randomizes the experience and lets you be Luigi on a ghost-busting rant trying to beat your buddies to collect as many ghosts as possible. I love the interactions that Luigi has with Professor Egad, who's given him all kinds of power-ups and new abilities.
Yabo yabo.
Okay.
Suku suku ui so su. Veggie suku 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 suku.
You do get pretty powerful when you're facing off against ghosts that come at first kind of just bare bones, and you can just suck them into the poltergeist pretty easily by just zapping them with a flashlight and making them freeze in their place. And eventually they power up with some different shielding. It starts off with sunglasses that you have to suck into the vacuum cleaner, and eventually you're fighting off these ghosts that have shovels and hammers and things, and they're swinging at you. And the boss battles are really about sort of chipping away and sort of taking layers of defense off of each of these bosses before you suck them down and then bring them back to the professor's lair. And then you learn a little bit more about the environment and you're off to the next one. It's not an especially lengthy game, but it is satisfying and there are secrets galore. And it is loaded with charm. I mean, absolutely a very charming, very fun experience. I've been hooked on it. I'm just not blown away, you know? And I have been blown away by some remakes and remasters recently. I love Paper Mario. I love Super Mario RPG. I adored Metroid Prime Remaster. I just feel like this game probably should have come out at the same price that Metroid Prime Remastered did, which was $40. And I know this is a remake, and there's a lot of ground-up work that went into this, and it is a terrific game. It's just been overshadowed by some of the other Nintendo releases, and that's what you get when you keep giving us these great remakes and remasters, Nintendo. I'm going to give Luigi's Mansion 2 HD an 8 out of 10.